so disrespectful. XRP disrespects everybody. And the last time I talked to you, XRP holders, you should be ashamed of yourself for what you did. Check this out. You know, this is part of the Connected series where I break down line by line the crypto battles happening in the blockchain. And the last thing I know is that your boy XRP went off for no reason. XRP says, you know what? I'm the biggest and the baddest, and I don't care who you are. I call you out by name. And so they did. They called out MOCA. And so MOCA was offended about what XRP said. And so we're going to break down what MOCA said in response. But let me tell you how disrespectful XRP was. During the course of that, XRP disrespected SWFTCoin. So the SWFTCoin holders like, what? You going to say our name like that? And you know what happened? Wait to the end. Wait to the end. You're going to see exactly what SWFTCoin has to say in part 3. But until then, let's get to what was said. So this is what happened. In part 1, this is what your boy XRP said. Y'all standing with your boy? That's your man?
And I'm picking up impression. Somebody tell MOCA to never pick up a pen again. Got no knowledge, I don't need no proof. Next chance of proof of work when you in a booth.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, XRP told MOCA don't even pick up a pen again, like you're irrelevant. And see, MOCA didn't like that. Said they don't need no knowledge, don't need no proof. Next time you need proof of work, it's in the booth. Disrespectful. So let's get to it. We're going to do this. We're going to play the whole response by MOCA coin, and then we're going to get right into it. Let's go.
I don't need proof. Zero knowledge in the algo when I step in the booth. I'm talking privacy and ownership. Yeah, I'm the glue. Mission is to get the yacht before they sue. And that's a shout out to the founder. Animoca being the brand, built it from the ground up. We out here fighting data wars. How you not getting a check when the data yours? Billions in the world going hungry. Billions in the world ain't got access to this money. For sure we need a plan of attack. My digital property rights every genius shot. And I'm acting out of clarity to monetize your data, give it back now for charity. Filipino, Asian, African, or Latino. MOCA see more tea than your favorite cappuccino. Digital identity, for that I'm talking sovereignty, security, no single sign-on, you need more verity. On blockchain, bro, I'm layer 1 strong. I'm popping in the West and I'm popping on calm. So much interoperability. Tell me who can stop me, who can match with my ability. Tell XRP I'm here for it all. Yeah, we in the same court, but I'm hogging a ball.
Woo, let's go. So let it be written, so let it be done. MOCA came out with fire, but let's break it down line by line and see what they said.
I don't need proof. Zero knowledge in the algo when I step in the booth.
I don't need proof. Zero knowledge in the algo when I step in the booth. So this is what was said. Zero knowledge in the algo when I step in the booth. That's talking about zero knowledge proof. Proven validity without exposing data, claiming that they already are using ZK in their algorithm. So that is so important because with the data breaches going on, is XRP going to fully integrate that? You know what? MOCA's clapping back and saying we already doing it. In fact, they have this they had to say. July 25th, 2025, Animoca Brands backed MOCA chain launched for decentralized digital identity. Not only are you using the ZK as an underlying thing that helps protect your data, they are focusing on digital identity. We're talking about verification. Why do you have to keep giving your social security number, your bank information, driver's license information? Why? Birth certificates. It keeps getting breached. MOCA says we have an issue here, and is XRP resolving it like we are? We're dealing with digital identity. So that was their clap back to them. Now, on that same note, this is what was said. If you look at this, June 25th, 2025, Animoca backed MOCA chain launched decentralized digital identity. MOCA chain is a new EVM compatible network. Is under the hood for this one. Zero knowledge transport layer security and on-chain verification. The blockchain is also compatible with Ethereum virtual machine. So it is interoperably able to help you on the blockchain. And it just had and said, you know what? It went ahead and dropped the fact that it is doing the thing that XRP isn't completely into. They moved in on it first. They're focusing on it while they work about banks at XRP. MOCA said, we're worrying about your digital identity getting stolen. Dang, cold. Now, what else was said?
I'm talking privacy and ownership. Yeah, I'm the glue. Mission is to get the yacht before they sue.
Shoot, I love it. I love it. What did he say? He said, I'm talking privacy and ownership. Yeah, I'm the glue. And that's really a shout out to digital sovereignty, owning your own data and being connecting tissue for you in the blockchain space to have your own identity no matter where you use it. Now that's a boast. Are you doing this other projects? We're doing this. We're in the space. Where are you doing it? Well, then this is what else was said.
And that's a shout out to the founder. Animoca being the brand, built it from the ground up.
So first he said they're going to get the yacht before they sue, and that they're the glue. And Animoca Brands, that's a shout out to the founder. Who's the founder? Well, the founders are Yacht Sue. Get it? They yacht before they sue. I love it. And what they're saying here is a little shout out wordplay to the co-founder, creator of this company, Animoca Brands. And right there is Robbie Young to the right of Yacht Sue, who is the CEO. And just giving recognition. They built it from the ground up. MOCA coin, a part of Animoca Brands, part of this interoperability, digital identity ownership, a part of that zero knowledge proof. MOCAverse is an interoperable infrastructure stack that brings together various cultural economies such as gaming, music, sports, and other digital identity properties. In simple terms, MOCAverse creates a unified digital environment where users can easily interact with a wide range of entertainment and cultural experiences. We're talking about the NFTs. We're talking about everything can be a part of exclusive membership. They boast that they started Sandbox, Life Beyond, Crazy Defense Heroes, some big names here. And the founder, Yacht Sue, an entrepreneur with years of experience in digital and technology section, Hong Kong based, big in Asia as well as United States, where he started Asia's first free web pages. So Yacht Sue right here is a big name about giving people something that they deserve, their digital identity, giving back to the community through wealth. So that was a big drop by MOCA. All right, I see you, MOCA. I see you. So then MOCA said,
we out here fighting data wars. How you not getting a check when the data yours?
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Let's pay attention to that one. This is something that most people don't realize. The data wars that you're fighting. We out here fighting data wars. How you not getting a check when the data is yours? How you not getting a check when it's your data? Google takes your data. Apple takes your data. They sell it. They aggregate it. And they give it to other people and you don't get nothing for it, not a dime. It's your data. Your parents birthed you. So why is it that you are here and not getting nothing for it? What is XRP doing to resolve this particular problem? See, they can have zero knowledge proofs if they want to keep your information private. But what about these big banks? Are the big banks that XRP will be working with, are they going to give you back your data and charge companies who use that data that they sell? Well, let me tell you about it. This was very interesting. And a person that knows this in the big wigs in finance with Andreessen Horowitz, a general manager of one of the largest venture capitalist companies in the world, had something to say about it. Check this out. This is what they said.
Do you own the photos in your iPhone, or does Apple? Right? Should Apple be able to charge Instagram for you authenticating access to your photos? I don't think so. Right? I think you ultimately own, you should be able to share your photos with any application that you want to connect to. And JP Morgan is basically saying, no, your photos are mine. And we're going to be able to charge their Instagram equivalent $300 million for access to your information. I just don't think that's fair.
Did you know that? MOCA dropped it on XRP because XRP has said they work with the big banks, but MOCA's saying, wait, you work with the big banks. Is it your data that JP Morgan sells as a big bank and they don't give it back to the people? They make billions or trillions worldwide, really, off of data. That's what makes them big. And they're saying that when you make a picture in an iPhone, for example, what they're basically saying is when you take pictures, even your pictures are owned by Apple. What about you? Oh, MOCA dropped a big one. What you going to say, XRP? XRP, fight back. Fight back. Keep that same energy. MOCA, I'm telling you. Let's see what else was said by MOCA to XRP in response.
Billions in the world going hungry. Billions in the world ain't got access to this money.
Billions in the world going hungry. Billions in the world ain't got access to this money. Talks about the financial inclusion. Many are excluded from traditional finance, but crypto, MOCA coin gets you included worldwide. See, the MOCA coin itself is made for the people to get back what is theirs. Is XRP? Is it giving back? And if so, how is it giving back? We're not talking about making things faster, transaction-wise, works for the banks. We're talking about a technology that gives back to the people. That's what MOCA coin's doing. That's a play. See, MOCA coin says, I'm in this fight. Let's fight then, and let's get it done. Now, here's something interesting. So with that being said, is MOCA right? Well, on 16 October 2024, Animoca Brands, Yatsu says, unlocking digital property rights, a new paradigm. Said that digital property rights are the pivotal to wealth creation in the coming decade. The power of network effects lies with monopolies like Google and Facebook. They control your data. And while users create value, the platforms get all the rewards. Through Web3, using this technology, MOCA and Animoca Brands, they seek to decentralize this model, enabling you to own your digital assets to benefit finally directly with the value that they generate. Tokens represent ownership of a network effects, allowing individuals to finally hold capital and assets in the digital realm. You have your data. It's yours. MOCA coin is not a coin. It's not just a crypto. It's an identity verification that these companies can use to give you back your data. MOCA coin came back at XRP hard and said, what are you doing for the people, XRP? You're telling me that you was here first. You're telling me that you're fast. You're telling me that you work with the banks, but what are you doing with the people? Come on now, XRP, fight back. MOCA's got some good points. But what did Yatsu say about that? Let's go and see what he said further about the billions and this inclusion about digital identity.
And tokenization is a way in which you can give common ownership, whether this is in the form of DAOs or in the form of networks, to the end user, because we can now fully and truly own a piece of the network in Web3.
When do you think people will start realizing how valuable the data, like their activity, daily activities, and all the things that are giving away for free, when will people come to realize how valuable that is?
When the next door neighbor is basically in a job that does that or makes money in that area or suddenly generates value from that.
When will you understand that the value of your own data is bigger than transferring funds within 3 to 5 seconds from bank to bank? It's bigger than the SWIFT system in which we've been using since the 1970s to transfer funds. This is about something new. You don't own nothing. If you don't have a house, you don't have a car. Even if you do, you got a loan or a mortgage, you still pay taxes till you die. So what about having ownership of your digital identity? We're talking about your birth certificate. We're talking about your social security number. We're talking about your iris scan. We're talking about your signature. We're talking about your existence. You own it. That's what they're saying here. Bomb line. So dope. Now, Animoca Brands built this flagship called MOCA Coin Network to debut the layer 1 for digital identity. The MOCA chain testnet is expected to start up in the third quarter of 2025. Now, the question is, do you have any tokens? The question is, are you going to be a part of your own wealth gaining by understanding this better? And this is what MOCA said also in response.
For sure, we need a plan of attack. My digital property rights are a genius act. And I'm acting out of clarity.
And he said, we need a plan of attack. My digital property rights in the Genius Act. And I'm acting out the clarity. What he's talking about, MOCA asserted digital ownerships through your identity and on chain, through smart chain. And he gave a nudge to the new U.S. acts, one called the Genius Act and the Clarity Act. Now, what is that? June 17, 2025. This is the framework for fiat-backed stablecoins in the world's largest economy for the Genius Act. Now, what is it? The President of the United States signs into law guiding and establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act of 2025, aka Genius Act. The Senate initially passed this act on June 17, 2025, bipartisan. I want you to know 17 Democrats, senators joined 51 Republicans. The first time it came around, it was bipartisan, 308 bipartisan votes and 122. So this is something both sides want. Now let's go into it a little bit more. The Clarity Act is coming because the Genius Act was already done. And that bill will clarify the respective authorities of the Securities and Exchange Commission and Commodity Futures Trading Commission over digital assets. The Genius Act is also passed the Clarity Act by a bipartisan vote of 294-134. So the Clarity Act passed the lower level of Congress, now has to go to the Senate. So that's what he was saying with his line here, that my digital properties are the Genius Act and I'm acting out of clarity. That was a conversation about these two major legislations that give you the infrastructure for this digital identity ownership for you to be a part of it. The time is now. So we know that that Genius Act passed. According to what Congress has released, the Clarity Act gains momentum with its bipartisan support. It intends to establish the primary regulatory of digital commodities while limiting SEC's jurisdiction. They are poised to pass this thing. And so that is important. So that was a great line. Dope. MOCA wasn't done because it had to clap back. See, XRP, be careful what you say.
Monetize your data, give it back now for charity. Filipino, Asian, African, or Latino. MOCA see more tea than your favorite cappuccino.
I love it. So on this one, what are you talking about? Monetize your data, give it back, not for charity. So the model where people own and monetize their data instead of corporations exploiting it. He then said, Filipino, Asian, African, and Latino, MOCA see more tea than your favorite cappuccino. He's talking about global adoption, folks. 16 October 2024, Yatsu, the co-founder of Animoca Brands and MOCA Coin on the future of digital property rights, Web3 regulation, and Animoca Brands global expansion. This is something bigger than simply a coin. This is much bigger. How much bigger? Well, this is how much bigger.
Digital identity, for that I'm talking sovereignty, security, no single sign-on, you need more verity.
Woo! I'm telling you, I don't know about you, but this hypes me up because he was hitting it. He said, digital identity, that's my talking sovereignty, security, no single sign-on, you need more verity. All about self-sovereignty identity, security, rejecting single sign-on. Now, what's the problem with that? Yatsu, the co-founder, executive chairman of Animoca Brands, said billions of users today go online using a single sign-on, which contains the keys to your user data, services, and digital lives. Single sign-on represents a centralized point of failure, compromises security while also allowing operators to aggressively extract value from users' digital sales. But MOCA Chain, MOCA Coin, seeks to solve the problem by giving users decentralized true ownership of their data, ensuring the sovereignty of users' digital identity without a single point of failure. So accustomed, groomed even, to give up our data to all these major corporations, Google, Apple, Android, and we give it up, and then they take and they use it. And then what happens? A data breach. And then now someone over in some foreign land is using your information. And then you get on a plane and then all of a sudden the police grab you. And they say you was involved in something you didn't do. Why? Because they thought you did it because someone stole your identity and was doing illicit activities. That's what's going on here. So that is huge. So that was a big bomb laid out. And what else was MOCA saying? Let's go.
On blockchain, bro, I'm layer one's wrong. I'm popping in the West and I'm popping on Kong.
Why did he say that? Because let me tell you about Yatsu. Yatsu is an American billionaire whose roots come from China, Hong Kong. And he said that I'm on blockchain, bro. I'm layer one strong. I'm popping in the West. That's us. And popping Hong Kong. What else was said, though?
So much interoperability. Tell me who can stop me, who can match with my ability.
Tell me who can stop me, who can match with my abilities. Cross-chain interoperability, why is that important? Well, this is why it's important. If you look at here, some key takeaways announced by Animoca Brands themselves from their website. And interoperability with chains and apps via Identity Oracle and access to a broad distribution of users, issuers, and verifiers under unified identity. Identity data from multiple users across healthcare, education, finance, sports, and more will be issued the same unified identity collectively verifiable on the app. You understand? This network is not just a token. The token is going to pay for fees that people utilize. So if you're excited about banks getting XRP, then be excited for this project to be a part of the MOCA network, healthcare, education, and much more. Finances, gaming, all in this network, and companies are already using it, already on board, putting millions of dollars into this digital identity aspect, into this network called MOCA. This is something else was said by MOCA. I'm telling you, they are killing it.
Tell XRP I'm here for it all. Yeah, we in the same court, but I'm hogging a ball.
Yes. Okay. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. That he said it. He says, XRP, tell I'm here for it all. We in the same court, but I'm hogging a ball. Directly addressing you, XRP, saying y'all may be in the same arena, crypto, finance, identity ownership, but MOCA says they lead in digital identity data. And so is that true? Well, MOCA, this is what they said. Identities on MOCA chain are self-sovereign and privacy preserved. Data is private to the users only. However, can be verified through zero knowledge proofs. I know y'all have heard that before, across any apps on any chains without exposing raw data, only with the user's permission. And at the bottom, MOCA chain is not just a general purpose L1 or L2. It coexists with other chains as the modular identity and data verification layer. MOCA chain's testnet launches in Q3 in the mainnet, and Q4 MOCA will serve the core utility token powering the network identity and data ecosystem. Folks, that was everything. You got it all. MOCA clapped back, and they clapped back hard. Now, I told you before you go, you need to understand this was a battle, but there was something that happened. I hope you stay tuned. If you like this type of breakdown, make sure you subscribe right now and share it with others through your platforms. If you do that, other people can be reached to get the real understanding about these projects. But I told you, SWFTCoin, I'm going to add something. This is what was said to you, SWFT holders, by XRP.
Everything I did before you were accomplished. Established, report with a batch, turn these are average. 3 to 5 seconds of speed, they think it's magic. Some would say swift, but y'all know I be the maverick.
I'll be honest with you. XRP, disrespectful. You disrespected SWFTCoin. See, SWFTCoin took that, heard that, and SWFTCoin has a reply. Big money Swift. Part 3, SWFTCoin will be coming back. Because XRP said, some would say Swift, but y'all know I've been the maverick. XRP established in 2012 is true original maverick and fast global crypto payment. SWFTCoin is growing. XRP claims not on longevity, but deeper institutional trust and infrastructure. You see, XRP was first conceived in 2004, but created in 2012, the maverick, because not only did we find out on the Connected series, but we found out that SWFTCoin was created in 2017. Who's going to give you this? Only on the Connected series you get this information. So as we depart, Swift has something to say. Thank you for watching, and make sure you stay tuned, like, and get this information to someone else, and watch the breakdowns of crypto and blockchain. Take care.
All I'm saying is the gentleman and I, what we did was, we bought the dip. That's what we had to do. We just had to buy the dip. Yeah, boy, I get my money swift, Bitcoins, but double up, my stash down the middle, bought the dip, big toys, I ain't got a problem, what's the problem, better run my money swift, I'm a big boy, told me to take to the top,